Jacky chicken. Jacky Dragon, it is. Here at the beach. Look at the brim. There's the brim, the brim. Look at it, the beautiful places.
Just get him out into the open so you can see him. Bluey! Hey bud! How you going? Seen one of you blokes in a while. Hey mate! Bring him down here to the open where I can get good shots of him. Oh, them bindies hurt. Alright, you settle down. I'll just take the camera off my wrist. Settle bud, settle bud. There he is. It's a nice bluey. Look at that. Where can I put the camera? Let's see. Ow. Ow! These bindies are really fast. Ow. Ooh. Okay, now I've got to see the view. Wish I had my tripod. Alright, that shall do. Ah, bloody bindies. Alright guys, so this is an eastern blue tongue. Now this is a pretty typical wild colour for this area, about mid New South Wales east coast. It's a typical colour. You also get some lighter ones. It's got nice caramel patterns. This is an average sized one. Ah, the bindies are so annoying. This is an average sized one. They do get a bit bigger. You can't tell the sex of these guys unless you're very experienced or by seeing the mate. So I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. Now you can see unfortunately he's got a few ticks on him. I'll try to get them off soon. Oh yeah, he's got a big one there. Try to get these ticks off him soon. It's funny, I was just walking along here looking for Jacky dragons and I heard something through the bush there, kind of a slithering sound. I thought, oh, it might be a snake. Went up and it's this beautiful blue tongue. Now it's just coming into spring, so they're starting to come out now. This is breeding season, so he'd probably be looking for a mate. Are you just waiting for a mate? Yeah, just waiting for a mate. Now see, he's not too aggressive. A lot of them, what they'll do, they call him a blue tongue lizard because they've got this beautiful blue tongue. Now this one's actually being quite placid. Often they'll actually stand up and they'll puff himself up and show out their big blue tongue and try to scare you off. Might give predators a shock long enough for them to run away. Not that they're very fast. If that doesn't work, because he's a skink, this tail can be dropped if enough pressure is applied to it or the blue tongue is scared. He can drop his tail. Although larger skinks such as blue tongues and Cunningham skinks and stuff don't do it as often as small skinks like water skinks and garden skinks. But if he has to, he can do it. He'll drop that tail, the predator will get distracted, eat the tail, he'll get away and live to see another day, and eventually the tail will grow back, although it won't have its original markings. I'd actually say this one has had some injury on the bottom of his tail here. He's in a pretty decent condition. He's a little bit skinny, probably because he hasn't had much food yet. They usually don't eat until after they're bred. Yeah, he's a nice bloke. Very common along eastern Australia. There's actually quite a few species in their genus around Australia. There's, what's that? There's a pygmy blue tongue down in Adelaide. There's these blokes all along the east coast. There's the blotchies in Tassie and the Blue Mountains. There's the Centralians inland. There's the western blue tongues over the western half and central of the continent. And there's the northern blue tongues up in the Kimberley. And the shingleback in the genus. They're all through central Australia. These guys are primarily omnivorous, so he'll be out here. Oh, settle bud. So he'll be out here eating stuff like snails, their favourite food, worms, beetles, grasshoppers, if you can catch them, slugs, spiders, scorpions, beetles, all of that stuff. He'll also eat small mice and little mammals if he gets the chance to. And they also eat fallen fruits and soft vegetation. Anybody, so they've got quite a varied diet. Sometimes they'll even go and scavenge on some roadkill. So they're not too fussy. Now you can tell the southern form of the eastern blue tongue, one's down here. They've got this beautiful dark temporal streak here next to their eyes, and they think that helps them camouflage into the leaf litter so that predators and prey can't detect them. But the ones further up north, same species, don't have those, and they're a lot of a lighter colour. Here he is. He's a beautiful little bluey. I haven't actually seen one in a while, so it's good to find one. I've actually seen, this is the third one I've seen at this location though, or just around the corner. Hey bud? So I'm gonna try and get some ticks off him and get a few photos, and we'll let him go. Alright, no way guys, so here's this bluey. I was just getting some ticks off him. Look at that, I just hear this thing coming up. What do we got here? Here's an echidna coming to say g'day. See, this place is full of life. Got an echidna, a bluey, and a Jacky dragon. I've only been here for half an hour. Look at that. What a nice bloke. Finish this with this bluey. I'll get him. Alright, the echidna's still back there. He's doing his thing. I've just got as many ticks off as I can off this bluey. These ones he won't let me get. He keeps pushing in his neck so I can't get to him. Unfortunately, I can't get those ones on his eye without hurting him, which is a real shame. And, you know, blue tongues are actually immune to ticks, whatever they've got inside them. It makes most animals paralysed and sick and whatever. Blueys are actually immune to them, as are most native Australian animals. They've actually grown immune to them over years. But I would imagine they'd still be quite itchy and annoying. So I've done him a bit of a favour by getting some of them off, but unfortunately you can see there, those ones around his eyes aren't doing him any favours. And he might end up losing his eyesight, which is a real shame. Hopefully he won't. But if he does, luckily blueys are pretty tough and they can survive with one eye. So hopefully he'll be alright. Time to release the fella. I'm sure he's had enough. There you go, buddy. Go on, matey. Oh, he's come back. I'll get out of your way. Wait, that's a good photo. Alright, now this is pretty funny. So, what you can see here, try to creep up. There's the bluey. There's bluey in there. Just there, you can see this echidna. He's actually feeding right now on some ants. He's found an ant nest here. So he's gonna enjoy his meal. Look at this lovely bluey. I think I'll just take this guy over here so he can get out of the way of our echidna friend there who wants to have his dinner in peace. Okay, there's our bluey. Here you go, mate. Quick. He's heading off. Our echidna friend has finished his dinner, so I'll see if I can give him a little catch. Now you got to get your hands under him, like this. Wait, come on. Wait, he's got sharper spines because he's a young'un. There you go. You roll him. And once you roll them, you got them. There we go. Settle now, bud. Okay. Put him there. Okay, so here he is. This is the Australian short-beaked echidna. It's funny, I was just handling the blue tongue, getting some ticks off him, and this guy comes wandering up. This place is absolutely chockers with life today. I thought I might come here and find a few Jacky dragons, and I found heaps. This is great. So, you see, the coast can actually be one of the best wildlife spots if you know where to look. Hey, settle, mate. Oh, he's getting in with them claws. Now you can see he's got big... These birds won't shut up. Crikey. Now you can see he's got very big, sharp claws there, and he uses them to dig into ant nests, to dig holes and all sorts of stuff, dig burrows for its young. As with the bluey, you can't tell these guys' sex unless you see a mating or you give them internal tests and x-rays. This is quite a young one. I've seen one about this big. They get massive. This is only a little bloke. One of the most common mammals in Australia and one of the coolest. They're one of the only 3 kinds of monotremes in the world. Monotreme is a mammal that actually lays eggs. So that's the platypus, this guy, the short-beaked echidna, and then you get his long-beaked echidna. Now his diet is basically just ants and termites and their larvae. Just as you saw before, he was digging down into their burrow having a snack. Then he finished and I grabbed him. They're very powerful diggers, very common. And yeah, they're a pretty cool little bloke. I've caught these millions of times. They're a lovely little guy nonetheless, always fun, never get old to catch. See him here. Well, time to release him before he gets too stressed out. With mammals, echidnas are pretty resilient to it and don't get as stressed as easily as other mammals. But with mammals, you always got to be careful because they can actually get too much acid build up from stress, and that isn't good for him. Let him go there. And he's just going to sit there and bury in. Then when he feels safe, he'll head off. Is our mate the bluey still here? He is. What's he doing here? This guy. Get a load of this. Look at this bluey. He hasn't moved. Bud, you better get on the move, mate. What's he doing here? Hi. Look at this guy. He's still sitting here. Been here for 20 minutes. Get on the move, buddy. Don't know if he's too well. Should be alright. There he goes. He's just a bit tired because he's only just woken up from brumation. Hasn't had a feed yet. Should be alright. He's quite secluded here. No one's going to find him. You go, buddy. Our echidna's just there. Yeah, that's it. Let's go see what else we can find. I've just done another lap of the pond, looking for stuff. Hasn't found anything yet, but I ran into a mate. And I came back around the pond, walking laps, and the echidna moved from over there. I noticed that, and then I heard some rustling over here. And he was digging here. And as soon as I came, he ran into there. Now, if you look at the size of the echidna and the size of the tree, probably thinking what the hell he's stuck in there. See, he's not coming out. He is truly wedged in there, and there's no way I can get him out. So I'm just going to leave him. But he's actually not stuck. These guys are amazing. They can get in and out of the most incredible places. I know that from experience. And he's in a lot less trouble than he looks. The only thing he's concerned about now is staying in there with his spikes, using them to wedge himself in, so that I can't get him out. He's not stuck. He can get out. And I'm sure once I'm gone and he feels safe, he will. Looks in a funny position. His head's down there, his bum's up there. Doesn't look very comfortable, but he's alright. He's just doing his thing. Okay guys, I'm just back from school. This is my backyard, and I can just see a wild Jacky dragon sitting down there. Now see, how do I zoom in on this camera? You see that guy? That's a Jacky dragon, also called a Jacky lashtail. Now he's just sitting there. I'm going to see if I can try to catch him and take some photos of him. Where can I set up the camera? Oh! It's going. Go, go. You see him there? I'm gonna catch him in a second. Oh. No. Damn guys, I should have caught him while I got the chance. Just zoom out. Sorry if this is really blurry footage. Like not good quality. I'm actually using an old camera I found in my cupboard, just trying to test the quality. Don't worry, I'll go back to using my normal one soon. I'm just trying to test to see if this is worth taking on my trip as a backup. See if I can like scan out. Now I actually didn't know there was Jacky Jade living in my backyard. Oh. I thought they only lived in my front yard. I mean, I don't mind that they live in my backyard, but I was probably going to move him because my dogs are here at the back and they could kill him. So I was going to put him at the front. It's alright, I'll come back later. I'll probably be back. Seems like that's his little basking post. Alright. Alright guys, so I'll see if I can set this up. Right, so I just missed that Jacky dragon in the backyard, and I came out here to the front yard and there was actually another one. He was sitting on top of that lizard sculpture in my mailbox. I took a few photos and then managed to catch him this time before he got away. So here he is. This is a male. Now you can tell he's a male by the fact that he is larger than most females grow. I mean, I have seen a female that was this size, but generally females are smaller than this. And he's got a bit more of a crest here and a triangular head. Like the head's more triangular, whereas the females are more rounded. So that's how you tell he's a male. He's got nice stripes. I notice a lot of the males have nice stripes, and the females have less stripes often, but they can. So this guy's an insectivore mainly, so he'll be eating spiders, crickets, slugs, worms, beetles, cockroaches, grasshoppers, basically anything you can find really that'll fit in his mouth. Occasionally they might munch on some bright flowers, but that's not really normal for him. He's a nice one. This is the first one I've actually caught of spring. I've seen a few more around. There's actually a nice little breeding colony, a little population of them here in my yard. And apparently in my backyard too. I just thought it was in my front yard. They're nice little dragons. Some of the males grow a little bit bigger than this. This is an adult though, breeding age dragon. And they're a beautiful species, one of the most common species around the east coast of Australia. They're very common. They have a few different kinds of habitat: coastal heathland and scrubland, bushland, sclerophyll forests, mountains. They're pretty common just around in the Aussie bush on the east coast. They don't go into the outback much though. Anyway, so you see what he's doing here. He's playing dead. So he'll do that to try to fool a predator into thinking that he's dead and there's no point eating him or catching him. See? Little buddy. So they'll just sit like that. Now predators would be kookaburras, birds of prey, bandicoot maybe, but not usually. Bigger lizards like goannas, maybe big water dragons and blue tongues will fend them off. Snakes and stuff like that. You might also, unfortunately, they get a lot of these in being attacked by. Is that another one? Oh, I thought that was another one. That was a bit of plant, but yeah. So unfortunately, get attacked by feral animals like dogs, cats, foxes. Unfortunately, and yeah, they've got a few names. They can be called the Jacky dragon, the Jacky tree dragon, the tree dragon, the Jacky lashtail, and probably something else too. There he is. So I'll just take a few more photos of him and then I'll let him go. Alright, so unfortunately we've just lost him. I put him down there thinking he'd just sit there, and I was taking some close-up macro photos with both cameras just to compare and see which camera has better quality, and he decided he's had enough of playing dead and ran off, and he went in there, which leads all the way up to there, and there's no way I can get him out, so he didn't get to see the release. But yeah, he's gone, so that sucks. Okay guys, click the link in the top left to subscribe to the channel, click the link in the bottom left to see a video that I selected for you, see the top right to see the latest video, or the bottom right to see a video YouTube selected.